Welcome to Backend Development with Node.js. The question is, why take this course? Now, you might be coming from JavaScript class, or you might have taken JavaScript class. You might have been doing web development with JavaScript, and you're wondering, you want to go into backend development. Can't you still use JavaScript? Must you use Python? Must you use PHP? The answer is no. Now, JavaScript community has provided us with a runtime environment that enables you to build backend systems and applications using JavaScript. And the runtime system is called, or the runtime library is called Node.js. And that's what you'll be learning in this course. Like I said, it's a runtime library. It runs on the same engine your browser uses to run JavaScript. You understand? So, which makes JavaScript a unified language, meaning you can use JavaScript to write your website, to build your website, and also use JavaScript to build your backend using Node.js. So in this course, we will be going through everything you need to build backend systems with Node.js. Now, Node.js has quite a lot of features such as just-in-time compilation, meaning that your JavaScript can be compiled into machine code at runtime. That is, when you are running it, your JavaScript will be compiled into machine code. Now, there's something called asynchronous model. And what does this mean? Don't bore yourself with the term. Now, you might have Googled Node.js before taking this course, and you see something called non-blocking. One of the key terms about Node.js is that it is non-blocking. And what is this non-blocking? Let's say you want to implement or you want to make a call to your backend. Now, one call is to send an email, but immediately you don't want to wait for that call to be done. Now you want to still get the list of emails you've already sent before. Now you see that that's two operations. Now, in the other languages, you have to wait for your request that sends email to be done. I know that those other languages might be like, yeah, you can do the same thing. But now in Node.js, it is inbuilt. Node.js is built to run those tasks concurrently. So in other languages, you have to wait for that sending of email to be done before you get your email. Now, but in Node.js, you can send your email. While the email is still sending, you get your list of emails. That's what they mean by non-blocking. You don't block any code implementation or any code that's running. You understand? So that's what they mean. Now we'll be treating module system such as CommonJS and ES module. These are way of importing and exporting files. So you just need to pick the one that suits you. So in this course, we'll be using npm as our package manager. And what is this package manager in case you are quite confused? So it's a way of like keeping our dependencies, like those third-party libraries. There are some third-party libraries we'll be using. So we'll just be keeping the dependencies in that npm package manager. Don't worry, you'll get to know more about that as we go into the course. So in this course, we are going to be treating Node.js core modules, things like HTTP for building the said backend service, and FS, which is for working with our file systems, for reading into a file and for writing into a file, for modifying files. And we have our path for looking for those files that you modified. Then we have OS, so operating system, OS, operating system, which is for getting information about an operating system. We could use our OS to get what is the total number of storage we have in a system. So we would be treating events, buffer, and streams. So the first project we are going to be building in this course is to quickly spin up a simple HTTP server. Then from then on, we would start building on top of that foundation. So we'll be going into Express and building our REST API, adding authentication, rate limiting that application, adding middleware, and doing the critical things that are needed inside the backend services. There's not going to be a long story. This course is going to be more practicality and making sure you are learning the things you need. Now, the next thing is you might be asking, a, why do you need to learn Node.js? Is there any benefits? Is there any use case? Where can I use them? So there are a lot of use cases for Node.js actually. So you could use Node.js to build a real-time application. What do I mean? So let's say your WhatsApp is a real-time application. Now, in the traditional way of sending requests to your backend, the traditional way, now a connection is opened. Now, when the user send request, you close that connection. Now, when a response that has been handled by the backend is to be sent from the backend to the user, the connection opens again. Then you send it to the user. So you see that the connection is opening and closing. Now with Node.js and using another library called socket.io inside Node.js, of which we can use in Node.js. So you can keep that connection open such that the user and the server can be connecting without the connection closing until we decide for the connection to close. You understand? Now you could use Node.js to build APIs and microservices, data streaming applications whereby you could stream videos, you could stream musics, and you could also get real-time analytics. Now, we have some industry applications that use Node.js. We have Netflix use Node.js, LinkedIn use Node.js, and in Nigeria, if you check Chowdeck, if you have heard about Chowdeck, the food ordering app, um, if you check them, go into their blog site, you see that they use Node.js to build their service. And at the moment, I think they've handled millions of orders. So you could see that Node.js is capable of building this kind of application that handles heavy load. So Node.js is the right choice. And I'm very glad that you are taking up this um, initiative to learn this course and to go through this course. I will need you to be consistent and curious. I need you to be curious and exercise your mind. Whatever thing you want to build, exercise your mind, and we are going to build it together. So that's basically all for this course, and I am very glad that you're taking this course, and I will be happy to have you in the next class. Thank you very much. My name is Henry Namani, and I'll be your tutor for backend engineering or development with Node.js. Thank you. See you in the next class.